help children cope and overcome some of the trials that come with having a parent that struggles with addiction. Here to tell us about the Hanley Foundation's Family Program for Children is Dr. John Diven, the Chief Clinical Officer of the Hanley Foundation. Thank you so much for being here with us this morning.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
For people who aren't familiar with this program, can you talk a little bit about it?
Absolutely. It's the most exciting thing. Hanley Foundation has a 3-day, every single month, a 3-day, Friday through Sunday program to support children ages 7 to 12 who have any kind of exposure or family member who has been dealing with addiction or substance use disorders. These kids, when they're in families where there is addiction, when there are substance use disorders, so often they know that something's wrong, but they don't know what it is. They blame themselves and they don't know how to deal with it. This program targets that 7 to 12-year-old who's in that situation or who has experienced it, and it gives them the opportunity to have a lot of fun, to be a kid, to learn about what addiction is and substance use disorders from an age-appropriate, developmentally appropriate way, and then to learn that things are not about them, that it's not their fault, and to learn how to cope in a healthy way when that's part of the story of your life. And the statistics tell us that at least 1 out of 4 kids in the United States, that's part of their story, and it's probably much more than that. The coolest thing about this is that it is fully funded, which means people do not have to pay anything for this program. It is completely free. You don't have to be part of Hanley Foundation. You don't have to be part of any treatment. People, if they are interested, just Google Hanley Foundation Children's Program, and you'll come up, you learn about it, you'll get you can register, but it is completely free, and it's for any child 7 to 12 who's been impacted by addiction in any way.
And Dr. Diven, in an environment too where they can just be able to relate to other children who unfortunately are in a similar situation. This is a partnership that you guys are doing with Palm Beach State College?
So there is, we developed this program in partnership with NACOA, which is the National Association for Children Impacted by Addiction, but we're also taking this program out into the community in smaller bites and working with Palm Beach State College and training their students to do this as an internship.
Wow.
So there's so much going on. There's that 3-day program that's at Hanley that's completely free for people. And we've split it into smaller bites, and we're working with Palm Beach State to take it in the community.
So what do people who may be watching, who know a child that is impacted by parental alcohol or substance abuse, what can we tell them? How can they get the children involved?
The easiest thing to do is just Google Hanley Foundation or search Hanley Foundation Children's Program. Our page will come up every time. It's filled with information on how to get a kid there. There's a form you can fill out to register. We'll contact you, talk to you about it. There's information, there's a video of me running my mouth a little bit about it and kind of explaining it. So that's the best thing they could do right now, whether it's your child or someone you know. Go to Hanley, look up Hanley Foundation Children's Program and share that with others who might need it.
All right, and that website that Dr. Diven is talking about, we actually have on our website as well, WPBF.com. So if you want more information or to watch this interview again or head to that website again, you can just head to our website, WPBF.com, or our WPBF 25 News app. Yasmin.
Nathalie, thank you so much. Well,